So what we're going to do now is open The Art of War, blow off the cobwebs, and take a look at the core principles of Sun Tzu. I'm Mike Harris and I help businesses to successfully grow their turnover and profit. In the last year alone, I have helped dozens of businesses at least double in size, and I work with small, medium and large businesses, including startups and multinationals. A classic definition of strategy is the art of planning and directing large military movement and the operations of war. But is this applicable in the business world of today? Well, based on the comments and messages I get regularly, the answer is a resounding yes, because I get more podcast requests on this topic than any other. I get regularly asked, when am I going to do an episode on Sun Tzu and the Art of War? And most importantly, how it's relevant in 2026. So let's visit the very first leader in strategy and sharpen our metaphoric strategic sword. Hello and welcome to all you leaders in strategy. Today we're exploring why a 2,500-year-old strategy manual, Sun Tzu's The Art of War, and why not only is it still relevant today, but in many ways more relevant than ever. In a year defined by AI disruption, geopolitical tensions, digital transformation, and intense market competition, business leaders are rediscovering Sun Tzu's strategic lens. So as requested by you, let's dive into why. As I said earlier, Sun Tzu was a general, military strategist and philosopher who lived circa 2,500 years ago in ancient China. He is best known as the author of this, The Art of War, a highly regarded take on military strategy and tactics. His ideas not only reflected battlefield experience, but also Chinese philosophy, emphasizing balance, adaptability, and disciplined leadership. But first, let's remind ourselves of some of today's key business challenges. Markets are volatile, heavily influenced by technology and geopolitical pressures. AI-driven competition is reshaping entire industries. Leaders are facing rising complexity, requiring faster decisions, clearer strategy, and greater adaptability. So what we're going to do now is open The Art of War, blow off the cobwebs, and take a look at the core principles of Sun Tzu. The Art of War has 12 to 13 chapters, so buckle up, this is going to be a long session. Only kidding. I'm actually only going to discuss 5 core principles and how they will help you as business leaders. So the first principle is preparation and foresight. And as the Art of War says, every battle is won before it's fought. So before every battle, whether that's starting a company, launching a new product or services, submitting a bid, carrying out a project, etc., do your homework. Carry out as much research as possible. Gather as much market intelligence as possible. Sun Tzu's emphasis on winning before acting mirrors today's data-driven business strategies. So my advice is this: don't wing it. Be prepared as possible. So principle 2 is know your competition. Sun Tzu says, know yourselves and know your competition. He urges leaders to deeply understand both themselves and their opponents. We've covered this in previous episodes when we've spoken about your company's identity. In other words, understanding what you do that makes you different as a business, and then turning it into competitive advantage so that you can win more work and increase profits. So my advice is double down on your competitive advantage. Use this to your competition's disadvantage. Principle 3 is adaptability. Again, in The Art of War, Sun Tzu says, in the midst of chaos, there's also opportunity. If there's one principle that perfectly describes today's business world, it's adaptability. With rapid technological shifts, global markets and new operating models, just think about Uber, Netflix, HelloFresh, etc. Sun Tzu's wisdom remains a guiding light. Research and common sense tells us that companies which are agile and capable of shifting strategy quickly outperform their competition. So my advice is build flexibility into your business plans.
This episode is sponsored by Strategist Consulting, expert business and leadership consultancy for everyday businesses and professionals. What if the key to your business's next growth phase isn't a mystery, but a proven process? Is your business at the ceiling, with profits flat, daily chaos, and scaling up feeling like a risky leap? You're not alone, and you don't have to solve it alone. Strategist Consulting is your partner for structured, transformative growth. Led by Mike Harris, a proven strategist and project manager with expertise in scaling businesses, bid management, and delivering results, we provide clarity through our core service, the Business Review Workshop. This isn't just advice, it's a deep dive analysis that delivers a clear, actionable roadmap. We identify your bottlenecks, uncover hidden opportunities, and give you the precise steps to move from stuck to strategic execution. Visit www.strategistconsulting.co.uk now and transform your business trajectory.
Principle 4 is efficiency and resource allocation. Sun Tzu says success comes from knowing when to invest resources and when to hold back. He emphasizes winning with the least of resources, something that all of us as business leaders appreciate and recognize. But I know that's easier said than done. But there's plenty of examples of startups and SMEs outperforming multinationals through smart resource deployment. This ties into maximizing digitalization, automation, lean manufacturing and construction techniques. Only the other day I was talking to a customer whose overhead structure had become bloated and inflexible. And my advice to them is the same as my advice to you. Look at where there is waste in the business and streamline the processes. And lastly for today, principle 5, leadership and the power of unity. Sun Tzu's principle was when leaders earn trust, teams unite behind the mission. He placed great emphasis on unified teams, morale, and benevolent leadership. And that was 2,500 years ago. But it's still an important lesson today. Strong leadership and effective teamwork remain critical for achieving long-term strategic objectives. My advice, lead by example, live your values, be clear and consistent with your message. So that's it for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Finally got round to talking about Sun Tzu and the art of war. And here's just a quick recap. So in summary, these are the lessons in strategy that we can take from that first leader in strategy 2,500 years ago, which is still relevant here today in the 21st century. 1. The era of information warfare. Sun Tzu's emphasis on foreknowledge aligns with the information-driven strategies shaping modern companies. 2. Psychological strategy is now mainstream. Executives increasingly using positioning, signaling, and perception management, concepts that are deeply rooted in Sun Tzu's writing. 3. Markets reward agility. In an environment shaped by AI and rapid change, companies that adapt quickly are the ones that will thrive. 4. Strategies, not size, determine success. Now that will come as no surprise from us. We are the leaders in strategy after all. Sun Tzu's guidance on avoiding direct confrontation mirrors 2026 competitive realities, where disruption by startups and SMEs routinely outmaneuvering slower incumbents.
Now for ongoing support, join our new Patreon community. Subscribe for exclusive content from the Leaders in Strategy podcast, downloadable resources like our annual business plan checklist, and access to a full business course. As a member, you'll get discounted rates on one-to-one workshops, the chance to have your business questions answered, and featured in special monthly podcast episodes. Let's strategize and let's execute. Join our Patreon now and become a leader in strategy yourself.
As you know, I like to set some homework, and this is the homework for today. The art of war is a great way of looking at things differently, getting a different perspective on your business. So take the 5 core principles that I've just spoken about, which are from this timeless book that I keep holding up on strategic advice, and look at how you can apply them to your business. For instance, how do you win your sales battles before they are fought? Or how do you build flexibility into your business plan? You might consider using an external facilitator, and if you do, let me know. I've certainly got a lot of experience where I can help you. Let me know how you get on. Leave comments below, message me on LinkedIn, or email me directly. And just a quick reminder of where you can find us. You can watch us on the Leaders in Strategy YouTube channel, listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Podbean, and Podchaser. And of course, we upload every episode onto my LinkedIn page and also onto the Strategist Consulting website. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully you'll come back next time when we have another great episode with a special guest looking at how to maximize your business. I'll see you then.